Welcome to Demographics Psychology 101. Fair warning, you should probably ensure you've put your seatbelts on and are prepared for a bunch of information and activities. I'm your instructor, Dr. DJ Corbett, MBA, and I will be the one steering the ride today. So, what types of data do we collect? Well, we collect age, for example. This helps us to determine generational preferences. So when you think about it, that might be the difference between how a Gen Xer might receive information versus how a Gen Zer might receive the same information. Gender, this influences purchasing behavior, product design, and advertising approaches. Though I'm not particularly fond of stereotypes myself, statistically speaking, some of them exist for a reason. Ethnicity, this is a big one because it shapes cultural preferences and experiences that have happened to people over their lifetimes, their traditions, and how they perceive your brand and your brand message. The same is true with religion. This affects lifestyles, holiday spending, ethical considerations. If you're providing services in an area where most of your audience eat kosher, for example, and all of your snacks include bacon, I mean, I'm in for it, but you're alienating them, right? So the next one would be household composition. This includes family size, marital status, living arrangements, dependent children. If you're in an area where you have mostly single adults, but you're not having adult classes, are you actually optimizing your revenue stream there? Income, that's a major one. It tells you about their purchasing power, but most importantly, their spending priority. For example, people with minimal income are less concerned about new hobbies for their kids and more concerned about activities that will help shape a good future for them. Then you look at crime rate. This will influence consumer confidence, but more importantly, it plays an emotional role with any service or product associated with self-protection. So when crime rates are high, consumers are more likely to choose products or services that can help them and their loved ones stay safer. It also impacts, for example, a parent's willingness to drop off or pick up their child from certain areas during certain times of the day or night. Have you considered that in your scheduling? Another one is health statistics. This affects products or services, especially in healthcare or wellness industries. So if you're in an area that's known for high obesity rates and you offer a fun and effective activity to reduce weight, you are likely to be more successful. Education levels and occupational certifications. This helps to understand not just purchasing decisions, but more importantly, the language you need to use and the tonality within your content and your brand messaging so that you can resonate with your audience better. Okay, so that's our first section. Do we have any questions before we move on to activity time?